guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Makayla, and today we are going to be reorganizing my bookshelves. I'm a person that I need change constantly, and I am getting that itch to change something. So we're going to reorganize the bookshelves today, and I'm just going to take you along with. So how my bookshelves are currently sitting, I have pretty much everything broken up by genre. So I have romance over here, then more like general fiction down here, then I have some nonfiction up here, fantasy, and then we go down to like mystery, thriller / horror. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but we're just gonna pull all the books off and then reorganize, and I'm super excited. I love watching like cozy reorganization videos, so just sit back, relax, and watch the organization. Little guest appearance first. Finished reorganizing my bookshelves, and I'm just going to do a little walkthrough of everything that I did and how I organized. So let's jump into it. Starting off on this bookshelf, I kept the plant up there just because I didn't really know where to put it. I guess you can't really see it. But then I I have romance on these two shelves, and I highlight my Allie Hazelwood stack because she's quite literally probably my favorite author. I just love literally all of her books. And then I have like Emily Henry, and then just like my other random romance books. I have my little reading journal up here as well. And moving on to this shelf, I have a Stephen King stack because I've been reading a lot of Stephen King and actually really liking it, so I have a little stack. These are all horror/thriller books, so we have all of those. And then these next two shelves are more like general fiction. So on this one, these are more of like my favorite general fictions that I've read. So I have like Lessons in Chemistry, The Outsiders, Hunger Games, the Mindfuck series, all of that. And then this is my stack of classics that I plan on growing. There's quite a few classics that I have on my physical TBR, so the stack will slowly grow as I start to read more classics. And then let me move the camera down so you can actually see. And then coming down to these bottom two shelves, I just have all like more general fiction, and then this is all my historical fiction stuff, so just more like general fiction. And it's very satisfying. This is a complete full shelf. And then on this bottom shelf, I just have some ARCs that I got sent, and then some other just kind of random things as well. Now moving on to our little center shelf. This center shelf I'm actually the most excited for because I made the most drastic change to it. So on this top shelf, this is my like fall TBR that I picked out. So just a bunch of books that I want to read. So this is where I'll put my like TBR for the month or the season, whatever I choose. Then I have my little lamp, my TBR jar, and my little jelly cat. Those kind of stay the same. Then on this middle shelf, I have my entire physical TBR. So my plan is when I film TBR videos that I can just sit down in front of this shelf and it's all right here. I took them off of like the cart that I had all of them on. So we have our entire physical TBR, which my goal is to always keep it under the amount that like fits on the shelf. So it worked out perfectly. I quite literally have like the perfect amount of physical books on my TBR to fill the shelf. So can't buy more books until I read more books. Anyways, and down here I just have like my little coin jar and some more like knickknacks, photos, all of that type of stuff. Now to our final shelf. And on this final shelf, these top two are my fantasy. This is all Sarah J. Maas because I own all of her series. So she has this whole shelf, and then I have all of my Stephanie Garber books. I love Stephanie Garber. Again, she's one of my favorite authors. So just her own little corner right here, and then we just have like The Assistant to the Villain series, the Shepherd's King duology, Heartless Hunter, Fourth Wing series, Empyrean series, and then again, more fantasy. These are just more series. Anyways, that is all the fantasy, more like knickknacks placed throughout. And then down here, I have more like general fiction. So I have like the Inheritance Game series, the Natural series, and the Binding like Boys of Tommen series, which, yeah, you can't see them. And then I just have all my Book of the Month books. I actually canceled my Book of the Month subscription just because I wasn't really liking the options every month, and I just felt like I didn't really need it. Like, I have so many books on my physical TBR already that I go and buy, and I don't really need a subscription service, so I ended up canceling it. But there are some that are on my physical TBR, 2 to be exact, that I have not read yet that are will go here eventually, so I will have to move these around because this is a full shelf. But then down on this next shelf, which you cannot see, and then this next shelf is all of my non-fiction books. So I have a lot of like engineering related books. I have some books by Bill Nye, some like philosophy books, stuff like that. One of my little plants. These are more like therapy type books. And then this is my stack of DNFs and books I plan to unhaul because they were just books that I did not like. I ended up DNFing them, and I just don't really feel like I want to keep them. So I'm keeping them for instances if I ever do like book swap, free little libraries, that type of stuff. So we have those there. My ring dunk picture from A&M. You don't know what that is. It was one of the worst nights of my life. Anyways, then I just have an empty book stand to put whenever I find a book that I want to put on there. I know it's kind of backlit, so it's going to be hard to see, but the TBR cart that I had, I ended up changing it to like this top thing. I have my thing with all of my like extra bookmarks and booklight, my like annotation stuff, as well as my like book embosser. And then on the middle shelf, I have all the stuff for like my reading journal and like reading crafts. Then I just have my like book sleeves on the bottom of it, so it's just a fun little bookish cart. And then on my little side table to my reading chair, I like cleared off the top portion so I can like put drinks, whatever, when I'm actually reading. The middle shelf is gonna be like books that I'm currently reading and where my Kindle will live if I'm not using it. So currently like slowly getting through this like environmental philosophy book, and then I have my Kindle. Then on the bottom shelf, I just have like a tripod and a little candle. So that does wrap up our little book area. So that does wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me reorganize my bookshelves. There's no better feeling of just changing things up because it can just give you a little new spark for life. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.